I think we're pretty healthy. I have a huge drive on participation at the moment, as most sports do. The wider the base at the bottom, the more likely we are to have high-performing England teams in the future. But you can see the quality of guys coming into the England setup at the moment, the likes of Joe Root, Ben Stokes, Josh Buttler, exciting young cricketers with the world at their feet, really. And I think there's a lot of credit to be given to the coaches that have worked throughout the pathway to get those guys to where they are. Decision-making is a huge part of cricket, as it is with most sports. The challenge is, our biggest challenge is trying to do that in an artificial environment indoors through most of the winter, then leading into a summer programme where it's back-to-back matches. So they're significant challenges for us. The basics are very much the basics, as they are in all sports, depending on the format. Our challenge is to create enough experiences for those guys across those multiple formats. The advent of 2020 cricket has increased a whole new aspect of the game. It's been fantastic in terms of participation and fans and engagement with fans, and young players love it. That's had a knock-on effect with Test cricket. It's faster now than it ever used to be. Scoring rates have gone up. I think counties are starting to look at that at the moment. They've got exciting ball strikers. Maybe they might give them a little bit more time in the talent pathway than they may have previously, and the same with identifying batters earlier with the skills to maybe be successful in the longer game. I think that's already happening to a degree, and it's not necessarily a bad thing because we're keeping more players viable for maybe longer because their skill set might suit a different format. So I think it's quite exciting. I think the fact that we do have multiple formats allows us to keep our talent pool wide. We've had some good spinners, but I take the point about developing young spinners. The rules this year and the change of the county championship are brought into design with hopefully a change in that. So the fact that the toss has been changed to hopefully bring more spinners into the game. There are a lot of high potential young spinners throughout the country. It's developing those into successful adult spinners. So we know they develop later, so we need to find ways of keeping them in the game for longer. So spinners, the traditional development of spinners is they're good to start with. They do really well in age group cricket. There then gets to a stage where batters develop their strength and power and able then to dominate them. So the skill is in the learning. So are they able to learn and adapt their skill as they move up through the levels? So a good spinner at 15 may not necessarily be at 18 because he hasn't learned and found the way to adapt against stronger, playing against men. So there are challenges for young spinners, but I think there's enough good ones out there, and they're getting well supported by Peter Such in the spin programme that runs throughout the country to hopefully develop the next generation.